Many times in life, without even realizing it, we fall into the habit of comparing ourselves to others. We look at people around us and quietly ask questions that slowly steal our peace. Why is their life better than mine? Why do they seem happier, more successful, more admired? Why does it feel like everyone else is moving forward while I am standing still? In today's fast-paced world, this habit has become even stronger. Social media places carefully edited moments right in front of our eyes every day. Smiling faces, perfect homes, exciting vacations, flawless bodies, and effortless success. Without meaning to, we start measuring our own lives against those images, and almost always, we feel like we come up short. This story is for anyone who has ever felt dissatisfied with their life. Anyone who has looked at others and believed they were happier, luckier, or more complete. It is a story about comparison, freedom, and the quiet truth that happiness looks very different depending on where you stand. One bright morning, as the sun rose gently over the land, a blackbird named Rowan was flying across the sky in search of food. Rowan had glossy black feathers that reflected light when he flew, but few ever stopped to admire them. He landed on a tall oak branch near a quiet village and rested his wings, watching the world below. Nearby, in a clear pond surrounded by green grass, a white heron glided gracefully across the water, its feathers bright and glowing in the sunlight. Villagers gathered at the edge of the pond, pointing and smiling, some taking photos, others speaking softly so as not to disturb the beautiful bird. Rowan noticed how gently the villagers treated the heron. They admired it, protected it, and spoke of its beauty with wonder. Curious, Rowan flew closer to the pond and landed on a low branch nearby. The moment the villagers noticed him, their reactions changed. Someone waved their hand sharply. Another clapped loudly. A child tossed a small stone near the branch, not to hurt him, but to scare him away. "Go away," someone muttered. "You'll make the place dirty." Startled and hurt, Rowan quickly flew away and landed on another tree, but once again the villagers noticed him and tried to chase him off. No one smiled at him. No one admired him. No one saw beauty in his presence. With a heavy heart, Rowan watched from a distance as the villagers returned their attention to the heron, praising its elegance and whiteness. The contrast cut deeply into him. Tired and wounded inside, Rowan left the village and flew far into the forest, away from human voices. He landed on a quiet branch where no one could see him, and finally allowed himself to cry. "Why was I born like this?" he whispered. "My feathers are dark and unwanted. People don't want me around. If only I were white like the heron, maybe I would be loved. Maybe I would finally be happy." As Rowan sat there, lost in sorrow, an old raven named Silas passed by. Silas had lived many seasons and carried wisdom in his calm eyes. He noticed Rowan's tears and landed beside him. "Why are you so sad, young one?" Silas asked gently. Rowan hesitated, then poured out his pain. "I hate how I look. Everyone admires birds with beautiful feathers. No one wants me around. My black feathers make people chase me away. I wish I was someone else." Silas listened quietly, then smiled softly. "If you could become any bird in the world," he asked, "who would you choose to be?" Rowan answered without hesitation. "I want to be like the white heron. Everyone loves it. It must be the happiest bird alive." Silas nodded thoughtfully. "Deep in this forest," he said, "there is a legendary spring. They say if a bird bathes in its waters with a pure heart, its appearance can change. But before you search for it, ask the heron one simple question. Ask if it is truly happy." Trusting the old raven, Rowan flew back toward the village pond. When he found the heron resting near the water's edge, Rowan spoke carefully. "Everyone says you are the most beautiful bird here. People admire you every day. You must be very happy." The heron sighed. "Thank you for your kind words," it said, "but happiness is not what you think. My feathers are admired, but my life is not free. People watch me, keep me close, and some wish to own me. When I grow old, I don't know what will happen to me. I live each day unsure of my future. Rowan was shocked. Then who do you think is the happiest bird? He asked. The heron thought for a moment. Perhaps the parrots, he'd said. Their feathers are colorful and people do not eat them. Rowan thanked the heron and flew off to find a parrot. After searching through the forest, he spotted a bright green parrot perched on a branch. Your feathers are beautiful, Rowan said. You must be very happy. The parrot shook its head. You see beauty, it replied, but you do not see my cage. Because of my colors, people capture me and lock me away. I spend my life behind bars repeating words for amusement. Feeling heavier than before, Rowan asked, Then who is truly happy? The parrot answered, The peacock. Everyone admires it. Surely it lives well. Determined, Rowan flew to the zoo and saw a magnificent peacock spreading its feathers as crowds gathered. You must be the happiest bird in the world, Rowan said. The peacock looked at him with tired eyes. My feathers bring admiration, it said, but also pain. People pluck them to sell. It hurts every time. I cannot escape. I wish I could live freely like you. At that moment, Rowan realized the truth. While he had been focused on what he lacked, he had ignored what he already had, freedom. He thanked the peacock and returned to the forest to find Silas. I don't want to change anymore, Rowan said. I don't want to be anyone else. Silas smiled. Then you have found the secret. From that day on, Rowan stopped comparing himself to others. He valued his freedom, his uniqueness, and his life as it was. This story reminds us that everyone carries hidden struggles. The lives we admire from the outside often hold pains we cannot see. Comparing ourselves to others does not bring happiness. It only blinds us to our own blessings. True happiness begins when we accept who we are, appreciate what we have, and stop measuring our worth against someone else's life. You are unique, and no one in the world can live your life better than you. If this story gave you a new lesson or helped you see life differently, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can continue learning and growing with us. Thank you sincerely for listening. I wish you peace in your heart, clarity in your mind, and happiness that grows from within.